I just want to say this quickly. Like, to the point where I feel grieved. Like, my spirit feels grieved. If God is calling you and has called you into ministry to do his work, to do his bidding, has anointed you, etc., and has trusted you with his people, please, with everything, keyword as I said, if God is the one that's sending you, God sending you to start and to do, with everything in you, please, every day, go back to God and check your heart. Check if you're still on the right path with him, because God is the only person that will fire you, right? But still use you, yeah? And you think you are still whatever, hired by God and being used by God, but he's already fired you, yeah? He's the only boss, that will fire you but still use you in some way, yeah? Please, people are precious. He cares for these people more than you can imagine. His love for his people is a lot. Please, if you know you're not doing something right, you're not doing something right. And sometimes you get so blinded by things that you don't even see that you're not doing something right, that you're doing something wrong now. Have people around you that can counsel you and tell you that you're going wrong, you're going off. Come back on the path. Come back on the path. If you can't take correction, something is wrong. Go back to God and check your heart. Check your heart. Check if you're doing what is right before him. I am urging you, every leader, and the accountability and the people that you choose to have around you, the counsel, let it be wise counsel. Let it be those for God and not those that have sold themselves out. Let them truly be the ones also serving God, truly, at his feet. Still believe in holiness. Still believe in righteousness. Being right standing before God. Still believing in being pure. In Matthew 18, verse 6, but I wanted to read all of it, but from 1 to 6, it said, be like children. Even as leaders, we still must be like children and go before him. A child goes before their parents for everything. Go to God. Go to God. It's time for us to clean up. It's time for us to clean up and get right with God. It's time for us to clean up and get right with God. Enough is enough. Because when he comes back, he's first coming to judge the church. Get right with God. Let us clean up our houses. Let us clean up. Do the work. Do the work that is necessary. If you've turned your heart away from him, turn back your heart to him. Turn back your heart to him. Many start well, but we don't end well. Let us start and finish well. Always go back and check your heart. Check your journey. Check if you're doing what pleases him before man and in secret. What you do before him and in the sight of other people. check if you're doing what is right. Many have sold themselves out. For what? I don't know. There's no one or nothing greater than Jesus. You can search all over and can't find none like him. And the last thing I want to say is, stop forcing people to give. Stop forcing people to give. God said he gives seed to the sower. So if they have seed to sow, they will sow willingly. People will sow willingly as they are led to. If it's not tithes, etc. Stop forcing people to give. In 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6 to 8. But I'm only going to read, I'm going to see what I can read. But this is the Amplified version. Now remember this. He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. And he who sows generously, that blessings may come to others, will also reap generously and be blessed. Let each one give thoughtfully and with purpose, just as he has decided in his heart, grudgingly or under compulsion, not by force. For God loves a cheerful giver and delights in the one whose heart is in his gift. And God is able to make all grace, every favor and earthly blessing come in abundance to you, so that you may always, under all circumstances, regardless of the need, have complete sufficiency in everything, being completely self-sufficient in him, and have an abundance for every good work and act of charity, etc., etc. God is not going to force anyone to do something they're not willing to do. He said, a cheerful giver. If you're forcing me to give, that's not me giving cheerfully. I won't reap anything from that. I won't get anything from that. There's no benefit from that. Let me give, or let us give what God has purposed in our hearts to give. God gives seed to the sower. And if God is leading you to start something or to do something, he is going to provide. He is a provider. He is a provider. Anything that you will start and God has sent you to do it, he's always made. He will always make a way. There will always be provision. And if there's no provision, as you start, as you do what you're doing, the help will come. And you don't have to force the people to do anything. They would willingly want to help and to do whatever it is that God has purpose in their heart to do. Enough is enough. People have given their tithes and their offering. That's fine. But if they're led, keyword, led to do anything else that is different, they should not feel pressured or forced to do anything else. They shouldn't. They should not feel pressured or forced to do anything else. Like, seriously. We can't give what we don't have. Where is it going to come from? We got bills to pay. Some of us have children. Some of us don't even work. But God provides. Please, stop this. Stop it. Because in a way, you're turning the Lord's house into a marketplace. These are the things that God turned the flipping table for. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.